Hey, it's Webs here with Task 8 of the Yshaarj event. This one is to complete the N'Zoth bounty on hero difficulty without any mercenaries dying. So there's two ways I actually found out to do this task. The first one being fire, as this is a really easy way to actually complete any task that requires you to do a bunch of damage within a few turns span without actually having any mercenaries dying. For fire, I used Geddon with Mark of Conflagration, Ragnaros with Blazing Rune, Belinda with Lesser Water Elemental, Gigi with Blazing Ban, and Antonidas with Cinder Core Staff. And then Cookie with Appetizers. Shouldn't really necessarily need the other three mercenaries besides the first three to actually get to the boss. And once you get to the boss, you might not actually need those either. It really just depends if N'Zoth actually gets out his one ability that actually forces you to use other mercenaries on the next turn. But even if that happens, you should have enough HP where you could, in theory, just put those back down. The other way I actually found out how to do this task was to use Holy. For Holy, I am using Anduin with Harmonic Mallet, Cornelius with Shield of the Dawn, Bolin with Tome of Inspiration, Tyrion with Ashbringer. Honestly, probably shouldn't have done this, but it is what it is. Cariel with Tome of the Light, and then Cookie with Appetizers. To get to the boss, I used Anduin, Cornelius, and Bolin, and once I got to the boss, I used Anduin, Tyrion, then Bolin, and then brought in Cornelius when I was forced to actually use other mercenaries, but then also hard just put down Anduin and Bolin again, even if they weren't able to do anything on that turn, because you can just heal them for a bunch with Cornelius. So let's look at how I did this with fire first, and then we'll look at how I did this with Holy. All right, so we're going to start with putting down Geddon, Ragnaros, and Belinda. We're just going to hard focus down the ad. Maybe we'll actually get some damage on N'Zoth this turn, but we probably won't. They're just going to summon 3 ads. Thus, we actually nuke all the ads. Mass Hysteria will force us to actually kill the ad there. We are going to use Flame Dart, Inferno, and Die Insects. And basically from here, it's just rinse and repeat until they actually force us to swap out our mercenaries, where we're probably going to be still putting down Geddon, but we are probably going to swap in for Antonidas and Gigi, just so they can actually still do some damage while actually healing up the Geddon a little bit. And here we're going to use Firestorm, Fireball, then we can't do anything with Geddon, so we're just going to pass the turn back. They'll summon 3 more ads. We'll get rid of them next turn. Or actually, we might be able to get rid of them this turn. We're pretty close. They're going to resummon the ad. And then we are just going to focus it down. They only have space for 1 more ad. And then from here, it's just rinse and repeat until they force it back to the hand again. The Defile actually helps us a lot more than it hurt them. And then here we can just put back whatever we want. Belinda is probably the best bet, just so we can instantly nuke the boss down. And now we finish off all the waves of ads here, and we should be fine. I also made the assumption, because I did test this a little bit early, that the ad off of Belinda doesn't actually trigger a failure on the task in question. But if it does, then just use something that isn't the freeze equipment for her. Just use the either none or the banner instead. Okay, now time for Holy. We're going to put down Anduin, Bolin, and Tyrion probably here. Mainly putting down Tyrion just because in theory getting the divine shields could actually matter a lot, and it is extra damage on N'Zoth if we can actually hit N'Zoth at any point. Though Cornelius might be the safer option to start out with and just to have in the starting lineup instead. Then we're going to use the Divine Assault on one of the adds just to put up Divine Shield on everything. We only have space for 2 more adds, so Tyrion should be fine here. There's the Divine Shield. We nuke all the adds. Heal Tyrion up a little bit. And now we're going to be forced to put down a new Mercenaries, but we are just going to put down Anduin and Bolin again and put Cornelius down in the center. I know this means that Anduin and Bolin won't be able to do anything for 1 turn, but again, it really shouldn't matter because N'Zoth doesn't actually have that big of a damage output where something like this is going to matter too much. And here we just rinse and repeat until the end. I think towards the end, I actually put in Cookie instead of Cornelius or one of the other mercenaries because N'Zoth will get super low and I just wanted to snipe him off. But I can't honestly remember. You should be able to just do it with these 4 mercenaries. Ah, no, this is where I put down Cookie because the ad has 10 HP. I'm going to still put down Anduin and Bolin though. And then just rinse and repeat. And we can actually just put some bleeds just to put bleeds up if you really feel like it. Not necessary, but I have Cookie, so I might as well use the bleed, you know. It's not like N'Zoth here can actually heal up. Alright, I hope this video was helpful for you to complete the 8th task of the Yshaarj event. And if it was, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye bye.